Hi and welcome to Warwick Motorhomes. I'm Andy and this is the Auto Sleepers Warwick XL. Now the Warwick XL has got to be probably the best selling van conversion ever produced by Sleepers. If not, it's got to be very close anyway. It's been out there for a good while now and is still exceptionally popular. It's your classic 2-berth, 2-travel seat, long rear lounge camper with that really British feel you'd expect from anything produced by Auto Sleepers. Compact enough to be used on a regular basis, but large enough to tour. Well, let's have a look around. So, the Warwick XL is now based on a Fiat chassis. Previous versions may have a Fiat or a Peugeot base, but for 2024 you'll be looking at a Fiat, whether on an auto or a manual unit. 140 and a rather meaty 180 brake horsepower variants are available, as are varying shades of grey, though our tents is really silver. They have a length of 6.36 metres, a width of 2.26 metres and a height of 2.64 metres. The maximum permissible laden mass is 3,500 kilograms and the mass in running order is 3,066 kilograms. This leaves you with a very healthy payload of 434 kilograms. So when we have a look around, what have we got? Well, as we can see, we have grey. Surprise there. Fuel filler and add blue filler are just in here. Of course we have your electric step into the habitation area, and above we have the awning and the awning light. Now something that's very important with your awning is when you're getting your awning out, make sure your door is shut. Otherwise when you wind it out, it'll drop down on top of the door and give yourself a problem. Water filler just here, and of course we've got these lovely set of Fiat alloy wheels. Barbecue point just there, and I don't think enough is ever made of the fact of these windows on these Sleepers. They're so flush fitting and they are absolutely beautiful. As we come around the back, of course you have a decent sized step, and most importantly you have your reversing camera up at the top. Now what you can't see very well is underneath you also have a full-size spare wheel. As we come round, we have your whale point there if you want to fill up with your whale pump. Here we have your 12 volts and your TV aerial point, if you're an external aerial point there. There of course we have your electric hookup point. Now underneath we have your drains for your fresh water tank and your wastewater tank. Cassette for the toilet. And of course here we have your filler for your LPG gas tank. Now I personally love an LPG gas tank, mainly for the reason being is that it's underslung. So you're not putting bottles in the van and taking out pressed storage, which again in a van conversion, the more storage you've got, the better. And there we have the exterior of your Warwick XL. The Warwick XL is all about rear lounge living. The driver and the passenger seats both swivel. In all honesty, there's really not a point with the driver's seat as you have this bulkhead behind you. The passenger seat though, this is useful as it's right by the habitation door. Now this is a great place to sit and watch the world go by. Pull up the extender on the end of the work surface and you have a really handy place for your early morning cuppa. Or if you can't be bothered to stand up while cooking, it's a great place to sit and just keep an eye on everything. Spec wise, the cab you have all the basics and a few nice touches. Full cab blinds, electric windows, electric heated mirrors, cup holders, cab air conditioning, USB and 12 volt chargers, driver, passenger airbags, what you'd expect. Nice touches consist of steering wheel controls, a leather steering wheel and gear knob, and a lot more than basic media center, which is a touchscreen DAB Bluetooth unit with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Remember though, this vehicle is a late 2024, so if you're looking at an earlier model, spec may vary. The bathroom is something of a novelty in van conversion circles, especially in a unit up to 6.36 metres. Why? Well, it has a separate shower cubicle. Yes, it does house the wash basin, but it's a really spacious unit with a skylight above to get rid of the condensation and a proper screen to close the shower off. No curtain to fight with here. The toilet itself is a swivel type with a large window directly behind and a rail above that. Storage baskets are done on the wall, plus there's a towel rail in front. Could it be any better? Well, it is. It's heated in here as well. Now, lots of vans will tell you how well they spec out the kitchens, but there really aren't many, if any, in the market that will spec them out the way that auto sleepers do. So of course we have your microwave just here, and we have a really good size of slab of work surface just here. Two 230s above that, and of course you have your USB just there as well. Here we have your kitchen roll holder, and of course we have your fridge underneath. Now that can be opened from this side or from this side. Mixer tap, and of course you've got a good size sink with your drainer that can just sit on the side there as well. You have 3 gas hobs, and again you've got this glass lid, so it's more work surface space if you need it. And then of course you have your oven grill combo beneath. Now something that is very important when you're using your grill, make sure you pull out the heat shield. What this will do will stop the heat from rising up and melting your controls. But just remember to slot it back in when you're done. I've caught my trousers on there 1,000 times, and I'm sure everybody else has, and it'll end up ripping your trousers every time. We've already said about the extender on the end, so again, work surface in a van conversion, this is huge, it really is. Up here, of course, we've got your extractor, and you've got 2 lights on there as well. And as we've already said, good storage up there where you can fit your plates in next to your Wi-Fi unit. Huge drawer underneath. Cutlery drawer just here. And again, huge storage area just under there as well. You've also, of course, got a handy little pocket on this side. And if you like to look at yourself while you're cooking, we've got a great big mirror here as well. I mean, as I said, it's just really, really well spec'd. Natural light coming in, you've got a window, you've got skylights above on either side as well. Yeah, it's just a really, really good kitchen area. So your 12-volt control panel and your heating control panel are just here. Heating is supplied via the Whale system, which is a floor-mounted system. So again, it's not taking out any extra storage space, which is a great idea. And of course, just up here as well, you've got your lights on there. As we go in, you can see your batteries. It's really interactive. 2 nice little units. So we're going to have a little bit of a walkthrough now. It's some features that doesn't necessarily usually come up in the video, but again, they are very important. So up here, of course, we've got a huge storage area, but you've also got a standalone table in there, which is great because you can use it for dining, you can use it outside the van. In here, of course, we have a really big locker above the kitchen, and what you can't see is you've got your Wi-Fi unit in there, which again is very important. Over here, we have a good sized wardrobe, and again, just in there, you've got your TV aerial booster. Also there, you've got your pole and your tabletop for the table that locks into the floor. Again, we've got loads of drawer space underneath the wardrobe. And as we've already said, of course, you've got good storage underneath the benches. And just down here, we have your Sergeant control panel. So you control all your 12 and your 230 from there. Again, lockers in the back. We've got 3 on either side. And they are a really, really good size. And of course, the one thing that you cannot forget on any auto sleeper is your crystal glasses. They do like to look after you. The rear lounge is the real selling point of the Warwick XL. There's space enough to throw a party back here. Natural light isn't a problem as we're surrounded by windows and have a skylight above. Storage shouldn't be an issue as there's plenty below each of the bench seats. And of course we have the overhead lockers on both sides. But let's talk about what you're really interested in. Bed length. Well, if it's made into a double by pulling the bases together, you get a whopping 6'2" by 6'3". As singles, both benches will give you a length of 6'3". This really is huge for any van conversion. So the rear bedroom, well, when we're making it into a bed, we'll do that in a second, but a couple of things first of all. We have reading lights on both sides, and these are on a bar, so they can be moved to where you want them to be. Also, here and here, we have a couple of 230-volt sockets, so we've got you covered in the back there. Now, as I said, making up the beds is exceptionally easy, so we're going to move the cushions and the armrest for a second, because we really don't need those. It is a simple case of you slide them out. they lock into position in the centre. Now, there is a couple of ways to do this. Some people will turn the benches over because that way they're flat on the opposite side and it'll give you more even wear. That's entirely up to you. But to make a bed up, you literally just need to slide it out. The backrests just slot in the back just there, and they come down, goes into the centre. We'll do exactly the same on this side. And you have an absolute mammoth double bed in a van conversion. So the Warwick XL is packed full of spec, and from a sales perspective there's very little you could or would want to add to this motorhome. Now, we've gone through quite a lot, but just to whet your appetites further, how about Glide Right semi-air suspension, a 100 amp hour lithium battery, carpets, a HD smart TV and detachable soundbar, and a Sargent Cat 6 and S7 vehicle tracker has also been pre-installed. A subscription cost does apply to this option though. So, if you'd like any further information, please check on our website at nickwale.com or give us a call and see if we've got one here for you to view. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.